Hello and welcome back. Today I have a desktop multimeter. It was sent to me by Zotek, also known as Zoyi. It's the ZT-5566 SE, so it's the second edition. It is battery powered but also USB powered. It has 20,000 counts. It has a Bluetooth connection to connect to an amp, but also to be a Bluetooth speaker. It has two 4-watt speakers, so we can have some pretty sound. It has a clock, so let's have a closer look, because this could be a great solution for my shed in the garden. So here it is. It looks quite nice on the box. And this one is I think this is the non-SE version, because it has a lot of red, and I think this one is more black. Well, and as I said, Zoyi is known, and I had one of their oscilloscope multimeters before a few weeks ago, and I like the quality. So I'm really excited to see what this one looks like. A really quick unboxing. It has an English manual. And well, here we have a manual how to install the app. You can scan a QR, so that will be done very quick. Here we have the multimeter, and we can see it's the SE model because it has a lot more black than the one in the picture. It comes with the USB cable to charge and a probe kit. Here we have it. It is the Zoyi ZT-5566 SE, and you can see it is less red, so you can recognize the different versions. Here we have the clock, the display. It has rubber feet, but also bigger feet to have another angle. Well, we need to see how we do this. Speaker here. Speaker here, on-off button, mode button, also to set the clock, brightness up and down in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Batteries are behind here. Here we have the code to scan to download the app. It is charged with USB. I think it is mini USB, so it's not a USB-C, so it's kind of old still. But maybe they did this not to confuse you, that you cannot connect it to the computer, it's only to charge. So let's power it on. Wow, super big digits. I like that. If your eyes are not that good, this is great. Let me take the foil off. Okay, battery is full. The dial, it's the volume. Here is also a little plastic. The Bluetooth is already blinking, so this is the Bluetooth version. I will try to get the feet first. Okay, with the feet sitting, you can increase it a little bit more because it bumps here on the rubber, but you can also put it half, balance it, and then it's even higher. That will just do it like this. So we have the clock here, the temperature, which we can change also to Fahrenheit. And I see here a little man that is talking. So it can probably do speech also. And it is now in auto ranging, but here is a button, volume or range. And now it says range here, so now we can switch through the ranges. I like that you can directly push the function that you want. So we are by default in DC, but we are in AC. It's immediately with double, also with the frequency. That's great. If we say, okay, we have millivolts, DC or AC. And it's very sensitive because it's already picking up some voltage here. It's through RMS. It also has a bar, I see. 50 Hertz. That is good. In DC we even have here duty. Pretty cool. Ohms measurements, capacitance, continue, diode mode, amps, milliamps, AC also, hold function, min-max function and a relative. That is great. But just looking at the buttons, it's already clear how you need to use the device. So it's probably also great for starters. And they have probes. I like it's long. It's, I think, about a meter. And this one seems a special plug. And oh yeah, there is a button here. That is probably for the speech. Well, let's plug it in and have a look. So I connected the probes. Here is a little button, the other one is a normal. And well, it's in default in DC. Let's switch it on. Let me just have the 5 volts here. Look at this, this is 5 volt exactly. It's a DMM check plus, so it should be exactly 5. Oh. When I push the button,
DC voltage 5.002 volt.
It's very clear, the sound. If I do the volume, does also the speak louder also, or is it only for the Bluetooth speaker?
DC voltage 5.001 volt.
Cool. So if you are in a position where you cannot read the display, then this is great. Okay, let me go to AC. Yeah, it is true RMS. Look at it, 4.97. It's actually 4.98, I think. And it says 100 Hz exactly. That is correct. But if I go, I'm now on 10K, and it's not showing anything, of course, because of the filtering. But it does show the frequency.
AC voltage 4.972 volt.
Checking my socket power, 231 and 50 Hz.
AC voltage 231.9 volt.
Okay, let's quickly test some resistance, because we have the DMM check plus here anyway. 100K. Yeah, 100K. 10K. Look at this. The 1K is usually spot on. We can see that the sample of the bar is the same speed as the display itself. I think it's 3 times per second and 100 ohms here, so that works. Let's go to continuity. It's loud enough. Does the volume go? No, it's really a button. Diodes, I have one here. Yeah, that's about right for this one. What is the voltage for this? 3.2 volts. We can do caps. These are less accurate than the 1%, but we should have here 1 nano. We have 10 nanos, 100, and a micro. That took a while, but yes, a micro. Well, I read somewhere that the speech didn't work everywhere, but I try on AC and DC voltage.
0.000 nanofarad.
And I'm now in caps, and it works also in capacitors. Does it work in ohms?
Over range.
Even in the ohms function it works. So maybe then it's the amps where it doesn't work.
DC current 0.0015 amp.
Let's do some current, con milliamps. Am I now in milliamps? Let's see, 4 milliamps. Yeah, that's about 4. It's fractional off, but that's good enough. How low can I go? Oh yeah, 1. Look at that. Trying 10. I also like to see if it can handle the emulated ohms. It is done here instead of real resistors, and it seems to do that very well. And now we can also check at what point the continuity starts beeping. So let's go to 20. So it needs to be below 60 ohms for a continuity test to beep. Okay, we did some rough measurements. Now I like to see how low it can go on the millivolt setting. I'm here on the millivolts. It is jumping a bit, but it's probably because it is open. Yeah. So if I do this, connect it. It is. I don't need to use the relative because 0 is 0, so that works. Put it to operate. I'm now at 10 millivolts. And it's almost there. Let's see if we can go lower. When will it stop being accurate? To compare, I have an echelon here and it says 88, and this one says exactly the same. So on the lower voltages it is also still very good. 79, 79, we go lower, lower. 49, 50, 49, look at this. And we are now really on 50 millivolts. So we can measure pretty low and still be correct. Let's try the same with the current. So out here, in here, out here, in here. Let me see, DC volts, so amps. Okay, now it is milliamps. Okay, so it starts in DC amps, AC amps, then DC milliamps. Okay, so 1 milliamp, 1 and 1. Still good. Let's go lower. 9. Spot on both. Perfect. Let's go lower. Yeah, still there. So as a multimeter, it is accurate enough, and I'm really surprised at the super low values it even does. We are really on the microvolts and microamps, so that is nothing wrong there. The more I use it, I like that the display is so clear. The numbers really pop out, so it's really well to see. And it's of course cool that it can talk. If you push the little button, it can talk. But because I want to put it in my shed, because I have enough multimeters here already, but I like the fact that it has a Bluetooth speaker and it also has a Bluetooth app. So let's see how we can connect it. Well, the app should be there for iPhone and Android. So I just start my photo up and let's see if it recognizes the code. Yeah, there it goes. That worked. I have an app here, and well, I need to create an account. That is a bit of a pity, but I have here also an option visitor. and then it says I want to use Bluetooth. We say OK, but we didn't connect it yet, so we probably need to go first to the Bluetooth right here. Bluetooth is on. Do I see? Yeah, DMM music. Plunk means it's connected. So if we go now back to the app, it will probably find something. Yes. What do we see? Okay, the multimeter. If I switch ohms, yeah, it switches ohms here. Cool. It even reads values. Does it change anything? No. If I click, ooh, look at this. Okay, the app looks cool. Let's see how fast it responds. Well, I immediately see something happening. Let me see if I can do that all at the same time. Yes, look at this. Go a little bit up. And we can see it also here in the graph. And I think if we double click, we have it in large. Look at this. And it is completely auto scaling. Now instead of clicking on the graph, you can also click on the, whoa, look at this. Then you have huge. Only thing that it's a little bit weird. Here you have the bar chart that goes to 20 for the 20,000, and this up is probably also used for a multimeter that has 60,000 counts or 6,000 counts, and the up is using a different bar chart here. I even see there is a save option, so we can save the chart here. There is another trick I didn't see immediately, but you can slide it up and then you can switch it here also to capacitors or 2 milliamps. 2 milliamps, and then it gives you a warning. Be careful, you probably don't have your probes in the current position. I have not found how, when you go to amps here, or capacitors or amps, how I switch it back to voltage, because I don't see it in the list there, but maybe that is possible to configure. Okay, but we have a Bluetooth speaker, so let's do the music up. It should be connected. Let me just pick something. Oh yeah. That is not bad at all. Okay, so you can do your tests while listening to the music, and I think the speech still works if you do that. So if I put it there, I just push.
DC voltage 0.9991 volt.
And then it just continues. So that's a pretty neat multimeter. The speaker is really loud, so it's great if you want it for music, but it is of course about the multimeter. I think it's great for a starter, but not only that, because the digits are super bright and super big. So if your eyes are getting a little less good, this is great. And also the speech function, which works on most of the function I tried. So that is also great, and you can just listen to it. It has been running from batteries all the time, and it still says it's full, and the speaker is really loud, and it has a good deep bass. So in a sense, even the speaker is good. So I must say, perfect for in my shed. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.